Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is a personal YouTube reading, number 1375, and I will be starting with your palms. But before I do so, I just want to let you know that your name is not safe to use if you practice, so that's why I'm not going to mention it in the video. So if you want to practice like witchcraft magic, like invocations, spiritual work, I do recommend you to change your name, especially if you want to take clients on, because your name it doesn't really, in a way, belong to you. It actually carries like an energy from your family. So make sure to change something in order to maybe like twist the name a little bit, so it's going to be more safe to use when you practice. And I will be starting with your right palm because the right palm represents the destiny. So by looking at your palm, the first thing I see is the ring of Morgana, and this is the destiny palm, so it means you're born with this ring of Morgana. So there is a demon who is in love with you, and you guys had a relationship in one of your past lives and one of your past reincarnations. And because this is on the right palm, so it means since the day you were born, this demon is still following you, guarding you, and protecting you, and watching over you. Also, you have two ancestors who are following you as well since the day you were born. Those are the ones who actually gave you or passed down the gifts that you have, because the first gift that I see in you, it's the mark of the witch, so you're born witch. And that's why I said that if you choose to practice witchcraft or magic, you really need to change your name because it really has ties with your ancestors. So if you practice, you're kind of gonna use their own like spiritual path. So the entities that will be working with them might come to you, and I think you should learn how to work with your own entities that are around you at the moment. This like all these lines here, those are representations of the entities that are around you. So at the moment you might feel kind of disconnected from your like spirit guides, I would say, because you have too many. So it's not that you are really disconnected, it's just like too many of them at the same time with you, and you might feel overwhelmed. So for example, if you try to invoke someone or something, they might not come because too many entities standing behind you. So while you work, you have to make sure that you always address specific deity, god, angel, demon, specific soul. It is very important because otherwise all of them just might come at the same time, and the messages that you receive are going to be like kind of mess, and they're not going to make any sense to you. So make sure that you always address someone specifically during your practice. Like you always have to know what kind of name you should use. This part tells me that you have a connection with ancient Egypt. You had reincarnation there. Actually, majority of gifted people had reincarnation in ancient Egypt because it was the biggest civilization, and with like majority of people there were practicing magic. So a lot of gifted people have a lot of common, like being reincarnated in ancient Egypt. So sometimes when you meet people who are gifted and you don't even know this, but subconsciously you feel attracted to some kind of different strangers by their energies. Like you feel that you like the energy, or you dislike the energy, or there is something, this like feeling that you know this person but you don't know this person. It could be that you meet someone, soul from ancient Egypt, and maybe in one of your past lives you used to work together, practice together, and that's why sometimes you have these feelings of deja vu or instant attraction to strangers. And some strangers you feel that you don't want to talk whatsoever, so it means those are the ones who did you wrong in the past, and you kind of in this lifetime you kind of really heavily influenced by your past lives. They always come back to you, and like your soul never let go of people from the past lives, and majority of people around you, those are the people that you used to share lives together, reincarnations together. So there are no random souls around you, no random strangers, no random people. The friends that you choose, even at work, like the people that you feel more drawn to, those are the ones from your past lives. So if there are people that you don't feel like you can be friends, it's because you never had a reincarnation together. It's like in this lifetime you already know people that are good for you, and you choose them like again to be friends with them or family. So it's all kind of like from your past lives. One of the interesting signs here, you also have a mark of the mage. So it means you're supposed to practice like the arts of magic that are more precise. Like the mage magic is usually consists of writing grimoires. So for you, writing grimoire is something very good for you, and something that like super common for you. So I think you've done it so many times before. Like you wrote many books on occult and magic. Also, sacred geometry, like this part represents like wisdom of sacred geometry and knowledge of ancient sages. Also, like something like to do with numbers, like numerology or astrology, like something very scientific. But I think like numbers are important. So if you manifest something, for your manifestations, also use numbers. So for example, if you want to manifest abundance, you have to write specific number. If you want to manifest like some kind of event or a thing, you have to put a date, like specific date. So numbers kind of supposed to be everywhere when you manifest or during your magic. For your magic practices like rituals or spells, you have to always put numbers as well. So it could be if you're doing some kind of magic for a person, this person's supposed to share with you their date of birth, so you have to put these numbers. It's like, some people do magic by imagination, some people need to have photo. You have to have numbers that represent person in front of you, and this is your strength, like connection with numbers. Here on your left palm, because I'm moving now to your free will, because your free will palm is quite different from your like destiny palm. So on this palm, I see that first of all you have like the major M sign, and this is the mark that represents the ability to actually talk to people, so the ability to become a guru or mentor for many people. So it means you are born to share the knowledge with others. So for you, if it's not speaking, it should be writing. So anything you do is supposed to be kind of delivered to people. So for you, when it comes to practice, you're supposed to practice for people. So you're supposed to help them, and you're supposed to, even if you do like rituals or spells, more likely they're gonna work if you actually do it for others, not for yourself. So for example, if in the past you tried to do some kind of spell work and it didn't work, it's probably because it wasn't done for someone. And when you do spell work for someone, you're supposed to charge people, because if you don't receive anything in exchange, it's kind of, you show the universe that it's not something serious. You don't take it like seriously or like a type of a profession. So if you do something without getting anything in return, it's not going to work. So it's kind of like waste of your energy. When it comes to your children, this interesting line tells me that any child that you're supposed to have in this lifetime, you guys gonna have reincarnation again in the future. So like I said, any soul that you meet or comes to you in this lifetime, they are from the past lives, but your kids are supposed to go to the next reincarnation as well. Another line here, like another mark, it's like an A mark. This is the mark of a prophet. So it means your dreams are very important. Whatever comes in your dreams, if you can remember them, because usually having this mark means that it is very hard for you to remember your dreams. So whatever like pieces of dream that you have, you should write them down, because in the future they might come true. So even if they don't make sense at the moment, those are prophetic dreams. So they might come true in different like worldwide events or for other people, and sometimes they're not for you. The dreams that you have, they are not given to you, they're given to share, and that's why this A sign like really connected to the M sign. So you're supposed to share these dreams with others. Sometimes people like you supposed to like kind of have conversation about the dreams like every day. By sharing them with other people, sometimes you might deliver a message for others. It's like, for example, you see a dream, but it's not meant for you. It's meant for your significant other, or for your relatives, or for your siblings, or for people at work. So it's very important for you to share the dreams that you have. Also, I see this interesting sign. So it's the mark of Scorpio. So it means the mark of Scorpion. So scorpions in ancient Egypt, they were a representation of death, immortality, and the wisdom that are not meant to share with people. Being marked by a scorpion, it means that in one of your past lives you died brutally. It's like someone killed you on purpose, and usually having this mark means that it was done because you had too much knowledge and you didn't share it with people who ask for, and for this knowledge you've been killed. So it means in this lifetime there's so much information that you still possess when it comes to occult science and magic and witchcraft. For you, when it comes to practicing, you have to remember it's all about resonance, it's all about your intuition, it's all about whatever makes sense to you. Your practice is supposed to be very intuitive, it's supposed to be very I would say non-understandable. Like you don't understand what you do, but you know it makes sense, and you know this is like how it's supposed to be done. And this is the mark of the scorpion. That's what it represents, like this wisdom from descent, from deepest ancient places that you can't even relate to understand. It's all about your intuition, which is wild. And then you have the star of Ishtar right on this finger. It actually tells me that whoever you're supposed to meet in this lifetime, like person that you're supposed to be married, it's also a person from your past reincarnations, and this person is your destiny. So whatever happens to your relationship, like there is one specific person that's supposed to kind of help you to grow as a person and help to grow your soul, and it's like karmic relationship in a way. When it comes to your profession, you do have to practice occult. At least like if you can practice and become a professional, for example, tarot reader or a professional like witch who are performing spells for customers, occult supposed to be your like a side job, like some kind of job that gives you income. Maybe it's not like you're not fully supported from these occult practices, but it's supposed to bring you money. The more money you get, the more faster you're gonna come into your abilities. It's like in your soul, the reflection of your gifts comes through physical reality, through receiving money from others, or through some kind of like validations from others. Like when you do something, when you help people with your magical abilities, whatever they say to you, this is like a payment. So for you, it's very, very important to actually practice and share your wisdom with others and share your abilities, especially witchcraft. This is very important. When it comes to your guardian demons and guardian angels and entities and ancestors, there's so many of them. They're always with you. This is the left palm, but it's all showing me that they're still there. It's like, I'll try to name, like I'm going to use tarot to see what entities are actually standing next to you at the moment, but I see there's so many of them, and I think they changing all the time. And this has something to do with your soul growth, because practicing for so many centuries before and having like many reincarnations as a witch, it usually comes back to you with the price of being connected with many entities at the same time. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint the specific entity that you should work with at the moment, but just know that you're surrounded by many, many entities. The guardian demon, the one who is following you from your past lives, is the most important one, so you have to know the name, and this demon always will help you with anything you desire, with anything you want, and it's like anything you even gonna create for others, like in your practice as a profession. You have the ability to become a psychic. You're born with the ability to see the unseen. You have this, as a child, you had many encounters with supernatural, so many things you saw and felt and couldn't understand. And I think you have this draw to the occult. So maybe like movies about witches, books about witchcraft, all of these things, they always fascinate you because you are the part of this. It's like you're fascinated by the power that you have inside. And during this life, you have usually these lines are not connected together, but you have this line that connects everything and other many lines. And I think it shows me that the supernatural to you, this this realm of these entities and spirits, the underworld, like all of these other different realms, they are as physical to you as a physical reality. So when you get to feel or access angels or demons or any other entity, to you they're going to be physical. So you're going to physically feel how they, for example, they put their hand on your shoulder, or if they whisper, or if they stand next to you, you're going to feel their presence like it's a human being. So it's very interesting, very unusual, but it also makes your practice harder, because when you physically feel them, it's sometimes it's not a pleasant experience. So it's kind of makes it harder, because sometimes you don't want to feel this many things. But this is something that you have in you, and this is something really, really unique, and I think you should know about this. So sometimes when you feel that someone is watching you, it's actually like something is watching you. And if you want to ask who they are, just maybe pull tarot cards and have specific card for a specific demons, for a specific angel. Just give their names to the cards, and then when you pull, you know who is there for you. And they're gonna be always changing for you. Like more entities gonna come, more spirit guides gonna come. So they're gonna change all the time. You're not supposed to work with just one god or goddess. You're supposed to always be changing depending on how your soul grows and what kind of help you're looking for at the moment. But working with deities for you is also something that you should consider, because you've done it in the past and you should do it in this lifetime as well. You can choose any deity you want. Ancient Egypt, ancient Greece, ancient Mesopotamia, like honestly, deities from Hinduism. Like you don't have any limitation to this, because you can literally work with anything that comes your way, with any deity, any god. And in the future, you will come to another gift. It's like two gifts were passed down to you: the gift of seeing and the gift of seeing prophetic dreams. So you're a seer, and you can see through your eyes and through your dreams. But also another gift going to be like given to you in 3 years' time. You will receive it, and it's going to be something to do with like shamanism, like seeing entities, like but seeing them in different way, in shape, or form. And the gift of hearing, you're going to be able to hear what they say like clearly. So it will come naturally. It will be given to you by your ancestors as well. So for now, just practice what you already know or what you feel most drawn to. So I would say like any type of magic that you feel attracted to, giving readings, like any type of readings, honestly, because you're a seer. And try to focus on your psychic abilities and abilities of connecting to entities, like convocation. And also do a dream journal, like really concentrate on your dreams and see where it's gonna take you. Now I'm gonna use tarot. You ask me about specific things that you should focus on, or to focus your energy, and for this I'm gonna ask tarot. So first I'm gonna ask if there's specific things you should learn. And the second question I'm going to ask, are there specific things you should focus your energy on, because it's kind of different things. Like learning could be done without like working with your energy. So let's see. So I will start with the energy. There are specific things that you should concentrate your energy on. First of all, I see it as a yes, so there are things that you should concentrate on. First of all, the Wheel of Fortune reversed. For me, when it comes to this kind of reading, when we're asking about things that you should concentrate on, like your energy, so you shouldn't concentrate on the, like wealth, abundance, and money. This should be not in your head at the moment. So for me, it kind of tells me that even though you're supposed to help people, at the moment you're not ready to not become a professional. You're not ready to receive payment for the things you do. So don't concentrate on getting clients in the moment. Concentrate on learning. First of all, Princess of Wands, when she comes like this and reading about what you should concentrate your energy on. So first of all, you should concentrate your energy on your strengths. So your strengths is first of all knowing who you are, and we already established that. So you should concentrate your energy on the things that are gonna make you who you are. So literally learn how to read tarot, learn how to read any types of, like for example, if you want to read candle wax, or if you want to read bones or runes, learn anything, like any tool that you want to use in your readings in the future. Also, when it comes to concentrating your energy, this is the card that represents fire. So learn how to work with fire. So for me, I would say like definitely learn how to work with candles, and learn like rituals and spells that involves fire. So anything to do with burning something or like working with candles again. And Ten of Cup, perfect success. So because we're talking about energy, so talking about cups, learn how to control your emotions and learn how to control your energy. Sometimes, when this card comes, I feel the first message that I would want to tell you that your intentions are very important. So, for example, if you don't feel good, and if you feel low on energy, if you feel kind of like down or negative, if you don't feel good, or if you feel angry by accident, you can hack someone. So for you, it's very important to always feel good, because by accident you can send this negative energy to someone else, and you can hack them without even realizing it. So that's why it's so very important for you to learn how to control your own emotions and your own energy. Also, when this card comes, I do think you just really need to learn how to focus your energy, how to feel it. It's very hard to even understand the extent of your own energy. So I guess just the energy work in general might help you, because when it comes to rituals and spells as a witch, I know myself, like we always use our energy. So for you, it's very important to realize what it is, your energy. And here I asked about the things that you should learn. So all the cards are reversed. So they're telling me there are no specific things that you should learn. And I have like wands and pentacles. So to me, it represents the experience and the past lives. So literally whatever you used to do in your past life, that's what you should like not even learn, just remember. So I would say start with magic and start with tarot, and you can go wrong with this these things. And whatever it is you are drawn to, whatever it is you always wanted to learn, if it's like runes, if it's some kind of like different readings, maybe it's a Ouija board, whatever you felt drawn since your childhood, those are the things that you should learn, because subconsciously you already know what it is you want to learn and what you want to do. Another question that you asked me, it's about your guardian entities, because you mentioned that you knew to all of this. So I want to see if there's any messages from them and like who they are. Like I want to pinpoint few guardian entities that with you at the moment, like literally to find out who they are. So let's see what the tarot has to say. I'm asking, who are your guardian entities? Who is standing behind you? I'm not gonna read reversed. The cards that are reversed for me, they saying that you don't need the connection with this entity at the moment. I'm just gonna read whatever is upright. Of course, you're supposed to get to know your guardian demon, so you need to find out his name, and I do recommend you to try it yourself and get the name yourself. If you can't, just like email me and I'll let you know the name of the demon that is your guardian demon, but if you can, just try to do it yourself. Other than him, there is only two deity, actually, not even entity, deity that you're supposed to know at the moment. The first one is Anubis. So he is the god and protector of the underworld. So he's the one that is watching you at night, and he's the one who really like wants to be acknowledged by you and work with you. And he was heavily involved in magic and rituals. So I think this is why you need to reconnect with him now. So that's the one. Another god that is supposed to be connected with you at the moment is Apollo. Apollo is an ancient Greek god of beauty, war, and love. So he was really, really the god and protector of oracles of Delphi. They even had a temple of Apollo there. So oracles of Delphi were seers as you. Whichever techniques they were using, whichever like messages they were delivering, like this is who you are as well. They were seers in its purest form. So Apollo always guides and protects seers like yourself. So that's why he wants to be acknowledged, because he's the one who might help you to come onto your psychic abilities. Those are two prominent ones. Those are the ones who really wants to be acknowledged by you at the moment. So use them in your practice and use them to connect to your abilities. Now I want to see if there is any messages, not only from them, but from any entity that is around you. This is awesome. Like I said, the numbers are very important to you. So I guess this is you, Queen of Wands. So they really want you to come to your power, because it's all about fire and another like tiger there. So this is who you are. You're a warrior, you're a beautiful witch, and you're supposed to come into your power. You're supposed to realize who you are. The only way to do that, if you see there is like 8 of Cups and 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Cups, it start looking for things you love and start looking for this life, this like supernatural occult life, and make it your own, and literally bring magic into your daily routine. 8 of Pentacles tells me that the future for you is to become a professional like reader or a professional witch. You're supposed to help people. So 2 8 here, like 8 and 8. That's why I say numbers are important to you, because this is 8 and this is 8. It's very rare to get to the same numbers like when you pull tarot. And tarot do talk to you because they are so clear on the point. I'm having like such an easy time to read for you, honestly. And that's why I think you're also going to be amazing at reading tarot. And 8 to me represents abundance, infinity, connection with the past lives, connection with your own gifts and abilities. And this is like never ending cycle of growing as a person, as a witch, as a beautiful soul. And I think you are governed by number 8 at the moment. So do your research on number 8, and whatever comes to you, take it as a message as well, because this is the number that governs your life path at the moment. I think that's the only message they wanted you to hear. And I feel because you have this, you are at the beginning of your journey, so it's very interesting part of your life at the moment. You are free to choose many things, like your practices. You are free to choose your entities at the moment. You're free to choose like the tools that you want to use, but it's also kind of overwhelming because you're starting. So it's kind of fun, but it's also scary. But I do encourage you to practice as much as you can, because you're very gifted and it's supposed to be very easy and fun for you. For the candle wax, I'm using wildflowers, like a blue color, because I'm kind of like going into underworld in this reading. So like this blue represents for me the full moon, and I'm using the silver candle, which also for me represents moon. And I think when it comes to you practicing dark magic, it's also supposed to be during the night, like under the moon. So I want to see what kind of message is going to come to you through the candle wax. It's like interesting, this this candle kind of drops wax with such a loud sound. So usually when I experience this in a reading, like I can tell you that you are clairaudient, so you're supposed to hear the messages, and I saw fire as a confirmation. So whatever it is you hear in your head, sometimes those are the messages from the underworld. So take them seriously, and don't don't think that this is your imagination. This is actually like messages from the underworld. You do connect it with darkness, you do connect it with demons, because you even have a guardian demon. So it's already like a big sign. And also practicing in ancient Egypt, this is also something that usually tells me that you are connected with the underworld, because ancient Egyptian practices were always like dark magic. They were never like white magic, always working with demons. Even in the Book of the Dead, they only talked about demons. It's like demons were the messengers, guardians, and wanderers. So when it comes to your demons, I think the ones who come to you, those are the messengers, because you're also supposed to like give messages to people. So they also kind of give you the messages first, like give you something to say. Like the candle stopped so fast, and the candle wax is so thin. It tells me that you don't really know how to connect to underworld. You do have an access, but you just don't understand how it's done. You don't even know what's going on, like how you should proceed with this. My answer to you, my dear, you just have to practice. For people like you, it all comes naturally. It's like you start with tarot. You think you're learning you're learning the meaning of the cards, and then you start using it for other people. And then instead of just seeing the meaning of the card, you're gonna start seeing like and receiving messages that come in, not even from you, from the underworld. It's just a matter of time. It's like you have to train your mind that you have access to the things that your mind can even imagine. So practice. This is the only way you can reach your full potential, and you're supposed to practice with people in front of you. It's like, seer always delivers a message when there is someone seeking for an answer, like someone is in front of you. For you, it's not easy if there is no one in front of you. It's not easy to read for yourself. So make sure you read for someone. Even if you go online and create a social media account and you do free readings, it is easier for you than actually read for yourself. So make sure you are reading for people. This is very important for you. I feel like they don't want to overwhelm you whatsoever, because they know like you're very new to this and they don't want to scare you. I do feel that you're on the right path. I do know that your mind gonna lead you where you need to be. It's like you're very safe in this area. You're protected. When it comes to underworld, your guardian demon always protecting you, so no one can harm you. So just make sure you practice. You are extremely special. There is nothing can stop you from becoming who you are, and just embrace your darkness, embrace your connection with the gods and the deities, and embrace your connection with your own inner magic, and everything that will come naturally. You will become psychic sooner than you think. I think by this summer you're already gonna see progress in your gifts and abilities if you practice daily. I think this is it. Thank you so much for choosing me for your reading. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed it myself, and have an amazing day.